UFC 323, Pantoja versus Van in the co-main event. Right off the bat, Pantoja starts pressuring him, as he's known to do, right? Starts throwing. Van might have caught him with a counter or two. You know, they're just getting going. It looked like it was going to be a dogfight right off the bat, right? Like, it looked like we were in for a war as long as it was going to last. Then Pantoja throws a head kick. Van catches it on his shoulder, dumps him over. Something simple that we see all the time, right? Except for Pantoja tries to break his fall with his arm, and that's what he quite literally did. He posted his arm out, and you see. I personally think it's a break. I've been seeing doctors and stuff saying it was just a dislocation, which I could be totally wrong because I'm not a doctor, obviously. But I had a very similar injury, and it made me cringe so hard when I seen this because I was in jail at the time and I was playing basketball. Went up for a rebound, grabbed the rebound, and as I was in the air, I kind of got bumped in the hip by somebody else going up for the rebound, and I flipped right upside down. And I did the same thing as Pantoja. I tried to break my fall with my arm, right? That's just like your natural instinct, right? It was either that or I land on my head or my shoulder, which obviously I didn't want. So in that split second, you kind of just naturally put your arm out to break your fall. And mine was a little different, I guess. My hand kind of slipped off the hardwood as it connected, and I basically elbowed the hardwood, my full body weight coming down. And this is the scar, and I still have problems with it to this day. I mean, I get a really tight tricep. It always feels like it's pulling and stuff, and yeah, I just have pain off and on. But yeah, it just made me cringe so hard when I seen it, and it instantly made me think, I'm like, damn man, this could really be career altering. I don't necessarily think it's like a career ending injury, but it definitely could be a career altering injury. Took me about a full year to recover from this, to feel comfortable pushing full weight and stuff again, doing workouts and or even playing basketball or anything like that sports wise. So he could be out for a year or longer, depending on how bad it was. If it was a break, if it was a dislocation, even if it was just a dislocation, like, man, it looked like things got torn up in there. It wasn't just like, oh, it looked like it popped out of the socket. No, man, his shit was like twisting and contorting. It was nasty. So I hope the best for Pantoja. Hopefully it's not a career altering injury. Hopefully he can come back and still have some good fights in his career here, because he's, like I said, he's in his mid 30s. So you're starting to get to the end of your career at that age. So hope the best for the guy and hope he comes back. And I'd like to see him get that belt back, because the run he's been on has been crazy. But I mean, and Van's kind of been getting shit for celebrating, but I understand in the moment. It's just kind of like you just won the belt regardless. And he instantly, when consoled Pantoja and talked to him and stuff, I thought his coach putting him in on his shoulders and stuff was was a little much, was a little goofy, but it is what it is. You're in the middle of a fight, and your emotions are going crazy. You just won a belt, so I don't blame the kid. Guy's only like 25 years old. He's a hell of a fighter himself too, but I just wish we could have got that war. It looked like it was going to be a war as long as that fight lasted. So, anyways, best of luck to Pantoja. Hopefully he heals up well.